Hi Venus Aquarius, my name is Olivia and this is my channel OJC Astrology. Just want to make sure. But this is for Venus Aquarius. So if you're an Aquarius sun sign, like you were born in Aquarius, this may not apply to you. This isn't for you. This is for Venus Aquarius. So Venus Aquarius are people who really are looking for a mental connection, because Venus and Aquarius a lot of the times throughout their life feel like they don't really have anyone to talk to that understands. So Venus and Aquarius wants kind of like a best friend. And the one thing that I want to say is that a lot of videos will say that like Venus Aquarius are like polyamorous and they'll be in open relationships, and I just want to say that that's like not true. Of course you can find some that are like that, but there are people who are like that who aren't Venus Aquarius. So you can't say that Venus Aquarius are polyamorous. What you find more often is that Venus and Aquarius just have a lot of relationships with people. They have connections with different types of people for different types of reasons. Because Venus and Aquarius wants love that is unconditional. So a Venus and Aquarius is gonna feel like they want to know who you really are. All of you, mentally. And what they really want is a true, solid mental connection. So people will say that Aquarius is emotionally detached, but what people need to realize about Venus and Aquarius is that how they are attached to you is through their mind. So they want to know everything that you think. They want to know your ideas. They want to know your dreams. And the thing is that Venus and Aquarius people, they're very eccentric and they're very, very unique. And sometimes Venus and Aquarius can look at love like they are a scientist and this is a lab rat, okay? And Venus and Aquarius has to understand sometimes that like Venus and Aquarius, sometimes there will be people that they're connected to. They like this person and they're getting to know their mind, and it's like they're trying to figure you out and they're trying to understand you. And then it's like if they don't really connect with you like that, then they will detach and they will feel like it's just not going to work. So the thing is that Venus and Aquarius, they go through a lot of they go into different portals. But what is love for these people? Like the way that they love is that they are willing to accept you for exactly who you are. Whoever you are, like you can let your freak flag fly. Like you can be who you are, because this is what they want from you. They want complete acceptance. And they're not willing to change. I said this in the other fixed videos, but like the fixed signs are the hardest to love. And be in relationships because of the nature of the fixed energy. So Venus and Aquarius, don't box them in. These are the type of people who may have they may have exes that they still are cool with. They may have friends that when they're with these friends, they go to this type of place and they do this type of stuff. They have these type of friends and they go to this type of area and they do this kind of stuff. Like they may have people that they communicate with. But what they're really looking for, like in a partner, is someone that gets it. Because Venus and Aquarius feels like they're on a mission. And Venus and Aquarius feels like they want the universe to deliver them their mental, like, true person. Like Venus and Aquarius, let me tell you what they don't want. Like Venus and Aquarius doesn't want traditional, very romantic love, because they know that that's not real. And what Venus and Aquarius knows is that if you are into me, right, and you are very lovey-dovey, and the rose-tinted glasses are on, and you're calling me baby, and you're, Venus and Aquarius knows that like that's not really who you are. Like Venus in Aquarius wants to know who you are when you're not trying to be with me. Like Venus in Aquarius wants someone who is truly authentically themselves and will not change for them and will not change. Like Venus in Aquarius doesn't want people to change for them because they're not going to change for anybody. But they want real, true authenticity, and they feel like a real connection is one that is formed in the mind. And they're very, very, very attracted to people who have original thoughts and who speak for themselves, you know, who have their own identity. They love people who have their own true identity. And they're not interested in very like these are people who they may not feel comfortable with marriage because they feel like they're on a like galactic sort of mission. And the thing is, Venus in Aquarius can spend a lot of time alone. Like these are people who can spend a lot of time alone because they're studying life and they're studying love. And they feel like they're in this grand cosmic experiment, you know, and they feel like what they need in this world is someone that they can really talk to and someone they can really be themselves with. Because a lot of the times Venus in Aquarius, people like don't perceive you well. Like sometimes Venus in Aquarius, like, okay, for example, like a Venus in Aquarius could, let's say they're out somewhere, and let's say they're like vibing with someone and they're talking and talking and talking. The Venus in Aquarius will immediately understand that this person has sexual energy. Like they can tell by the way that you are communicating, and they are very, very like telepathic, and they think they know everything. But they don't, nobody knows everything, but they are pretty close. Like they can really read things. So then they may say something kind of bold. Like they may be the type to like stand out and say something bold. And then that person, because it's happening on a telepathic and mental level and it's only happening in the mind telepathically, that person may feel like, oh, I don't know what you're talking about. You know, and the Venus in Aquarius will be like, but you do know what I'm talking about. So you know, like a Venus in Aquarius will know someone is attracted to them by the way that they're communicating and the way that they are. Like Venus in Aquarius is super intelligent. So, and they value emotional intelligence. So they watch you and they observe. And the thing is, sometimes they shut down. Like if they really like you and then all of a sudden they feel like you're boxing them in or you're judging them or you're trying to like form them into something, that's when they feel they will like shut down. And that's the detached feeling, because Venus in Aquarius feels like love is not limiting, and love is not hugs and kisses. Love is a real true connectiveness, and it's when you can really talk with someone and you are their friend first above anything. Like that person, you can go to them and you can be who you are. And that person is going to accept you and listen to you and talk to you and accept you. Like Venus in Aquarius feels like love is supposed to be right. Like it's supposed to be with that right person where it really clicks. But the thing is that Venus in Aquarius sometimes spends a lot of time alone, or they try to get to know people because they like to get to know people. They want to get to know you. They really want to know you. But if you start to like use the relationship as a way to confine, they're going to feel uncomfortable because they feel like we can't become romantic until we are truly connected and we are truly friends and we have a real mental connection. Like Venus and Aquarius are very much so ahead of their time, and and even as people, they're very futuristic and trendy. Like a lot of the times they have ideas that come from the future, and a lot of the times they are very much so in the future. So the way that you know a Venus and Aquarius, like this is how you know a Venus and Aquarius will love you. It's because they will truly support you, and they will literally accept you and embrace you for what you are. And they want to open your mind. Like they want to see all in your mind and know all of your quirks, know everything about you, and then help you expand it even more. And they want to believe, they believe in you, and they want to push you to believe and expand, and they want you to go towards the things you want. Like Venus in Aquarius feels like to love someone is to encourage them to follow their dreams, and to love someone is to stand by them and embrace them for what they are and who they are. So a Venus in Aquarius will be like, if they like you, they'll be trying to peep, like, what are you good at? You know, like, what are you smart in? What, you know, what do you have to offer the world? So if you are a person that doesn't really have like dreams, or you don't have very unique ideas, like if you're someone who is okay with going along traditional, you know, movements in the world, the Venus in Aquarius is going to lose interest fast. And because they're interested and they're very provocative. They're, you know, they're very like, they're very into the future. So they feel like they want someone on their own path, and then they're on their path, and they want to be going towards it, and this person's going towards it, and then they want to reach that point in the future and come as one and be on the same mental page, because they know that a mental bond, when you have a real telepathic, open, true bond with someone and mentally y'all can talk, that can't be broken. Like when you know someone, like Aquarius is I know. So what Aquarius wants is to really know you, and you need to really know them. So to really know them, they may tell you like, hey, I have this ex and like they always text me, or, you know, or they may tell you like, you know, hey, sometimes I really just feel this way and like I don't want to talk to anybody. And like they want you to see them as a person, not as a possession, not as like your, you know, your baby, because they have very, very like old souls kind of, and they have a very advanced mind. So they feel like it can't be, like it has to make sense. And they believe in the brilliance of love. They believe that love is like a divine orchestration. And they believe that the universe is going to send them who they need at each time and what they need to understand. And like for Venus in Aquarius, you have to look to other things in their chart to see how they are like sexually and maybe even emotionally. But for the most of it, like they're not really, like they're not the type of people who are going to want to stay in a relationship that is very suffocating or is very overly romantic or overly affectionate, because the Venus in Aquarius knows that's going to hold them back. And the Venus Aquarius knows that that's not real, because they want to know that you will treat them as you would treat a friend or someone you know. Like they want to know that you see them as a person for who they are, not what they can give you, or not like it's very complex. Like Venus and Aquarius are very complex, but what they do provide is a solid person. Like a Venus in Aquarius is someone who is on your team, because they're all about the humanity, right? They're all about the collective. They're all about like raising the vibration. So a lot of the times people will attract Venus Aquariuses when you're at a point in your life where you need to raise your vibration, where you're stuck in something, you're stuck in a program, you're stuck in some sort of pattern, you're stuck in something and you're not seeing things. And a Venus in Aquarius will come in your life to open your mind. So Venus in Aquarius needs someone who is open mentally and who likes to learn and who likes to advance themselves, and who, you know, like I have a Venus in Aquarius friend, and we can text all the time about just whatever, like, and we will laugh and we will literally like be so shady, and we'll text, and like it has to feel like you can talk about anything, and they don't want anything fake, and they feel like things that are super hot and heavy die fast. And like the thing is, Venus in Aquarius sees everything as an experience. So they may have had an experience with someone who was super romantic. They may have had an experience with someone who was, you know, artistic. They may have had an experience with someone who was detached. Like they have a lot of experiences, because their gift is that they can accept people for who they truly are. And even if it was like they were talking or together, they can still detach that connection and see the person for who they are, and treat them as a real individual person, and validate them for their real authentic identity. So Venus in Aquarius, you know, if you want to have something with them, you have to have a real connection with them. Like, there's no way around it. They want a real mental connection. And the thing is, Venus and Aquarius, the people in their life that they're very close to and they love deeply, sometimes they can finish each other's sentences. And they can like telepathically know what this person is thinking. And they can literally like already be 10 steps ahead to literally, like a Venus and Aquarius will come in your life and literally like clear things in your path so that you can ascend higher. But you have to be, you can't be super attached, and you can't be like very emotionally on them, because then you're messing up the divine order. And the divine order is that we have to meet as souls, and we have to come together in our minds. And then it's like they want like a mental commitment. But now I will say, sometimes Venus and Aquarius, they don't want to commit. Like, sometimes they really just do want all their options open, because they know that this person is good for this person is good for this. They like how this person makes them feel. They like how this person, because of this reason, makes them feel. They like doing stuff with this. So they can't, like, sometimes it's better for them to be single. Sometimes it's better for Venus and Aquarius to stay alone. But the thing is, they only really want to partner with someone if it is going to raise the frequency. They believe that love should raise the frequency of this planet. Like, they believe that love is something of a high divine intelligence. So it's not about making you feel cuddly. It's about making you feel like you can be the best you. And our love can literally change this world. Like, they want something that is revolutionary. They want something that is like, they want their relationship to feel like it's so unique, nothing can compare to it. Like, when they really do settle down with someone and they choose that person, they feel like this person is so unique and nobody could ever replace them. Like, they want people who are so unique, and like they will look at their relationship like nothing tops this. Like, this is it. This is the one in a million. Like, this is it. And then the thing is that what can hurt a Venus Aquarius is, even if, let's say, you guys are on the same mental page, if one day per se in the future you guys kind of fall off, the Venus in Aquarius will feel like let's say you no longer want to be with them. Because they love you, they will let you go, because they want you to be on your path and they don't want to hold you back. So it may hurt them, and in their mind they may be like, damn, I really thought this was my best friend. Like, I thought we were going to be it. Like, I thought this was going to be it. But then when it starts to disconnect, they will walk away, you know, like, and they will be completely okay with setting you free. And it may hurt them, but they will let you go, because they feel like they don't want to waste your time or their time. And then that, if our paths split, then it's for a higher reason. And they respect that. Like, they respect time, and they respect divine order, and they have an understanding that like some things are meant to just be moments, and like they know that time is not linear, and they're very, very like, their love is almost like robotic in a way, because it is advanced. But this can be cold to some people. Like, some people feel very like shut off, you know. Sometimes Venus and Aquarius make their partners feel like they're not loved and they're not appreciated. But it's because Venus and Aquarius is like, they just don't do well with very nurturing or needy types of people, because Venus and Aquarius feels like they're on a galactic mission, and they feel like they want someone who is trying to be better and better themselves. And they want something that's truly unique and authentic and has their own, you know, touch to it. So these are people that you'll find, they don't settle down with someone unless they've been friends with that person for a while. And the thing is, Venus and Aquarius can date people and then they break up with them, or that person breaks up with them, because there's not a real communication there. There's not real trust there. Either, you know, there's just not real trust there. So Venus and Aquarius, like, they can be very shut off, but then the people that they love And how they are as a lover is they're so themselves and they're so honest. And they really care about what you think. And like, these are people who they value their friendships. They value their friends and what their friends think. They value what people think for the most part, but they always will believe that what they think is right. So if anything kind of starts to go against what they think, they may detach. You know, they may not want to, they don't want to bend their will. Because they know that love is everywhere. They know that there are billions of people, and they don't really get emotionally attached. How they get attached is mental. They're attached to you because they love your mind, because they find you fascinating, and they look at you and they think that the connection is brilliant, and they find a strange beauty, you know, to believe in. And the thing is, like, they have to see it. They have these visions of love, and if it just doesn't fit that vision, they may give up, you know, and move on. And like, they can definitely hurt people. Like, they can definitely hurt people, and they can definitely confuse people. And it's because they're not always honest, because a lot of the times they feel like this person they've already assessed, and they know that this person isn't going to be on that level. They're not going to truly understand. So the Venus Aquarius feels like it's better just to detach and let them go, and they'll move on and just let it be like that. But Venus and Aquarius is definitely like, they really want someone that they can feel free. Like, they want love to feel free, and they want it to be on its own divine time and divine order, and they want it to be, you know, like neon. Like, they want it to be bizarre, and they want it to be itself, and they don't want it to be like anybody else's relationship. They don't want it to be like anything they've ever seen. They want it to be real and authentic to what it truly is, and they want themselves and their partner to elevate and elevate and elevate until y'all reach like this higher consciousness together, and you change the world with your love. So Venus in Aquarius is definitely a mental lover. They definitely need mental stimulation. They don't want to be with people who like always want them to talk about things. Like, they want you to talk. They want to know who you are, and they want you to be yourself. And they like, you know, they love you when you feel truly accepted by them, and it's all you have is time. Like, Venus in Aquarius feels like there's only time to learn each other more. And if they feel like y'all really have that connection, they are going to believe in it and see it as a vision. And you know they love you when they think of your future. They consider your dreams. You know, they see their dreams, and they in their mind try to calculate and see how they could put your dreams with their dreams and make it a big dream, and they can make it happen. And they're visionaries in love. They have visions. So if it doesn't match the vision, they're very kind of like, it's like they're designers and like scientists too, and it's like, it has to be right because it's a fixed sign. You know, it's a fixed sign. So these are definitely not always people who are poly and open. Like, they're definitely people who have a very fixed idea and vision for love. But again, they can spend a lot of time being single and doing whatever they want because they feel like nobody has control over them. There's no authority over them. You will never control them. Like, you will never control them. And even if you somehow got to control them, you will never control their mind. You will never know what they really are thinking. So they feel like nobody can ever have control over them. So controlling possessive partners, that's a big no for Venus Aquarius. And it actually is it turns them off. So because they want someone that they feel is very lively and friendly, and it's high vibration. They want love that's a high vibration. So that is what I'm going to say for Venus and Aquarius. And I hope that you guys liked this video. If you did, you can do a thumbs up and you can subscribe. I'm going to do series like every month now. I'm almost positive I'm going to be doing that. So if you're new to my channel, again, my name is Olivia. I'm a Venus and Aquarius. And next we're going to do Pisces. So thank you for watching this video. And until the next time we talk, for the lovers.